Hi, this is Mason, class of 2025, and I'm going to walk you through troubleshooting through the no light order of operations on a Chromebook, which may be the most common issue you see in TSI. When a student comes in with a Chromebook and it won't turn on with no light on the side, we start the no light order of operations until we diagnose the issue. First, if there is no light, try plugging in the computer. And if there's still no light, I would try the other side. And then after you try the other side, I would also try a different outlet and a different charger. Next, attempt a hard reset with the device plugged in. Even without a light, to perform a hard reset, you would hold down the refresh button and tap the power button while still holding down the refresh button. And we're gonna show you that right now. So just turn on. It's obviously not turning on, but we can still try the hard reset. So hold down the refresh button, tap the power button, and I'm still holding down the refresh button. And as you can see, it's still not turning on, so we move to the next step. After these basic troubleshooting methods don't work, we will need to ask the student if they have a few minutes to wait. If the student is in a rush, provide them a loaner and start a ticket. Make sure to let the student know they will get a pass when the device is ready to pick up. If the student is in a rush, provide them a loaner and start a ticket. To start a ticket, grab one of these white tickets, and then all you need to do is quickly fill out their ID and name, and then give them a loaner. To give them the loaner, it's the computer at the Genius Bar. And then you just need their name and ID number, and then you can fill out the rest of the information once they leave, because you don't need any of this from them, except for fill out the loaner number.
Then perform a battery reseat. To perform a battery reseat, unscrew the back plate, unplug the battery with 2 fingers, and plug it back in. Remember, while we're performing a repair, don't screw on the back plate just yet until we've resolved the issue. If the computer turns on, the student is all set and you can send them back to class with their computer. It's not shown in the video here, but make sure to plug in the motherboard. If the battery reseat does not work, we would open up a ticket and get the student back to class if we have not already. Make sure to let the student know they will get a pass when the device is ready for pickup. At this step, if the device still isn't turning on, the daughter board is likely the issue, so we would start to troubleshoot that next. If the motherboard gets a light when the daughter board is disconnected, the issue has been resolved and you can replace the daughter board. It's not shown in the video here, but make sure to plug in the motherboard. If there is no daughter board in the device or unplugging it doesn't show a light on the motherboard, it is most likely that the motherboard has gone bad. But as a last-ditch effort, we check to see if any other connections are affecting the motherboard. First, we would unplug all of the connections. Then, if there is no light, the motherboard has gone bad and needs to be replaced. If there is a light, plug in the connections one at a time to see which component causes the motherboard not to have a light. When you find the bad component, replace it with the new one. If it still doesn't work, then the connection on the motherboard is bad and the student would need a new motherboard. To find a new motherboard, check in the supply closet and find the labeled bins. Make sure the new motherboard has thermal paste on the back. Now we are going to install the new motherboard. Unscrew the bad motherboard. Take out and replace with the new motherboard. Make sure to remove the old thermal paste. screw in the new motherboard, and replug in all connections. When we replace a student's motherboard, we need to register the serial number with the school. In order to do this, press Alt-V on the home screen to find the serial number. After we have found the serial number on the top of the screen, come over to Mr. Tyag and let him know that a student needs to be registered. Tell him the serial number and ID number of the student, and you can also give him the ticket so we can see the ID number of the student.